Hey, everybody. Oh, my very poor imitation of Dr. Kathy Bullock. Hi, everybody. Oh, I miss her. I miss you all. David Roth here, your host today for what I think, and Kevin, you can fact check me on this. I think it's day number 736 of the Daily Antidote of Song. I come to you live from exotic Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We are helped today by Anna from Plymouth, also known as Plymouth, Massachusetts. Not that far. And we have our guest song leader, Elise Witt, all the way from Pine Lake, Georgia. So are we geographical? We're practically international, just with the three of us. So I want to welcome you to this wonderful day. It's a beautiful sunny day on the Cape. I want to say hi to Anna and Elise, of course, and Deb Denenfeld. Hi, Deb, still dancing. Annette, see you again. Nice. Arlene Baxter and Boikley. Brian, my old friend Brian, there you are. Let's see. I should have my reading glasses, but I see Del or Deli there. Just wave. Say hi. Hi, Jenny in the UK. Becky in BC. That's an alliteration. Paula in Newcastle. That's not. Ann in Knoxville. Kind of close. K sounds like N. Kathy's M's iPad. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sheila in Florida. Susan, welcome. Sherry in New Hampshire, fellow New Englander. Hi, Kat. Hi, Carolyn. 736. Got my facts right. Curly Tops. Hi, guys. How's it going out there? Let's see. Simke in Maryland. Jean in Pittsburgh, welcome. Sarah Page in Tejas. Yes, hi Gary, good to see you again. Ruth in Birmingham, a lot of UKers today. Don, hi Don, how are you? Pete and Janet in Toronto, now we are officially international again. Christiana and Bob in Maryland. Amanda and Miles, hi guys, my secret Santas. Luda in Victoria, hi Luda, holding up a heart. Wendy, welcome. Cricket, welcome to you. Lisa Eason, easy rolls off the tongue. Hello, Beth Lyons. Hello, Ann in Maryland. Kevin, there you are, my friend. And he's got 736 right there in his name. Ralph in Victoria. Nancy the cow. I've seen that picture before. Hi, Kathy, coming up to you. And Storm, my friend. Good to see you, sir. Philip, my brother. Welcome. Jamie in Victoria. Hi, Jamie. Hope you're feeling better. Dan Walker. Hello, Dan. Hello, LMG. Hi, Tookie in London. Hello, Amy. Let's see. Now my chat box is blocking out. There's Carol in Connecticut. Hi, Carol. Bob's iPhone. Hi, Bob. Aren't iPhones amazing? Susan Miller in Seattle, my former home. Harriet Dart, welcome to you. How are you today? All right, now I've skipped screens, so I got to see where I left off. Let's see. We got Sarah, Harriet, Nancy. Does anybody struggle with this like I do when you go to the next page? Susan in Seattle. There's Harriet. Okay, got Nancy in Vermont. New England rules. Bronwyn in Victoria. Susan in Tacoma Park. Minnesota. That's usually in Maryland. Imagine a city with two different places in different states. Kirsten. Hello, Kirsten. How are you today? And C8PXMDY, welcome to you too, WELCOME. Connecting to audio is Aloysius. Jane, hi, and AHAE Burley, welcome. Harriet, Joni, people bouncing in, and I've got Sandy in North Carolina, Bob in Albany, and Tusi in Western Massachusetts. Taxachusetts, welcome to my home state. I think I got everybody. Please forgive me if I didn't. I'll try to catch you in the goodbyes. We are so fortunate to have someone I first met, as I recall, and you can correct me, Elise, at Augusta, the Augusta Heritage Folk Workshops, maybe in 1990 or so, a mere 30 decades ago. Even then, a highly regarded and much sought after teacher, musician. There's not enough time to talk about everything that Elise brings, so I'm going to turn it over to her. to tell us about her song today, and it's lovely to have you, Elise. And Joe Razzie's out there somewhere, too. Almost forgot Joe. Hi, Joe. Hope you're tuning in from somewhere. Okay, Elise, how are you today?
I am very well and so happy to be here and so glad to be hosted by you, David, because I think last time we were here, I was hosting you. So this is a turnaround. Um, I had a wonderful conversation with Joe a few days ago, and she was telling me about her adventures when her son Nico was very small with Pete Seeger. They became fast friends and visited many times. And so it reminded me, I wanted to bring to you today a song that I co-wrote with Pete. It has an actually interesting story. In There was a tribute album to Pete that was all these other musicians doing his songs, and he included a poem that he had written. And this was a poem he said in 1964. He went on a canoeing trip with his youngest granddaughter to Maine, and they arrived on this island in Maine, and the beach was littered. Just there was all this trash and litter, and they were so incensed that he wrote a poem on this rock on the beach, and that was the poem. And he said, you know, he included this poem in the collection of songs, which was called Where Have All the Flowers Gone? And he said, well, I never did find any music to it. So in 2007, at the Folk Alliance, there was a celebration of Pete's 88th birthday. And so I figured everybody was going to choose, all these songs that are well known by him. So I decided to take up the challenge and take this poem that he'd written and write music to it. And so I did, and then I sent it to him because, of course, I wanted his approval. I didn't want to just do it in the wild. And so I got this wonderful series of postcards from him. And he did okay my arrangement. And I also added some verses, as well as Jim Musselman, who was his from Appleseed Records. Anyway, so it has 3 verses, and it has a really fun chorus to sing. And the song is called Blessed Be the Nation. And I'm going to teach you the chorus, and then we'll do it. So it goes like this. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. So think about some things where a nation would be blessed if these things were happening, and that's what the verses are. So sing it with me. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. And when I do it in concert, it's really fun, and we have a lot of people here, so we can do kind of an echo thing. I'll sing, Blessed be the nation, and you sing, Blessed be the nation, like that. Yeah, here we go. Blessed be the nation. 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 Oh, blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. And if you have many people in your place where you are right now, like the Curly Tops, for example, it even goes in 3 layers. So Curly Tops, it goes, blessed be the, blessed be the, blessed be the. All right, so when we get there, try that out. But let me go ahead and sing the song now. And it has a minor verse and a major verse, and then we'll get to the chorus. And I believe Anna's put the lyrics in the chat. So here we go. Whew! I haven't sung this song in a while, so I was excited when I got inspired to do this after my chat with Joe. Bankrupt is the nation, spends its treasure on war. Yet equal education education it cannot afford, where teachers can no longer do their best. All their time spent teaching to the test. Blessed be the nation, and blessed be the prize, when citizens of any shape or size can speak their mind for whatever the reason, without being jailed or accused of treason. Here we go. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. So beautiful, but hungry is the nation whose motive is greed, whose citizens grab more than they need, who suck the riches from the earth, their only interest what they are worth. Blessed be the nation that keeps its waters clean, where an end to pollution is not just a dream, where factories don't blow poisonous smoke, and we can breathe there without having to choke. Oh, blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. But wanting is the nation where all play to win, and so much is made of color of skin, where we do not see each other as sister and brother. Can we sing that line again? Where we do not see each other as sister and brother. I love that. I want to sing that one more time. Where we do not see each other as sister and brother, but as being threats to one another. Blessed be the nation with health care for all, where there's a helping hand for those who fall, where compassion is in fashion every year, and people not profits are what we hold dear. Yes, people not profits are what we hold dear. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation.
Oh my! I have so many things that come up for me when you sing that, Elise. That's so beautiful. First thing that comes up is I'm thinking of Pete Seeger writing this poem, and I think, if I recall correctly, that he co-wrote "If I Had a Hammer" like in 1949. I mean, it was a long time ago. Like that's over 70 years ago. Pete wrote that song, and boy, if that song didn't save or change the world, and make it plain to everybody. And now he writes this poem, probably in that same time era, give or take, and it sounds like it could have been written yesterday. Absolutely. And this is sad and depressing all at once, except that you have put it to music, which leads me to my second question. But any comments on that first? Why are we still doing this 70 years later, singing songs like this that spell it out and are still problematic in our world.
Well, I love that it has the problematic side and then also the side about yes, we can do this. How how can we shift that? It's a little, I guess it's a little cliche to use minor and major, but that's what I did with the.
I disagree. I love that's what you do with it, and that leads to my second question. Unless there's more in your first answer, but the second question is: you take this poem by Pete Seeger. You tread lightly on the words of this brilliant, iconic, Nobel Peace Prize worthy person. Just saying. And how do you approach putting music to that?
You know, David, that's such a funny question. I mean, and you may relate to this, but I don't remember writing songs after I write them. There's this like, it's like you go into this kind of trance place, and things happen, and then afterwards I look at this song. I was like, oh, you know, wow, how did this happen? I have to say that most of the songs that I've written, other than ones I write with my students or, really short little songs, I have written on an artist retreat. There's a beautiful retreat center in North Georgia called the Hambidge Center for Creative Arts and Sciences. And it's a place where you can go and basically they give you a cabin and they give you dinner 4 nights out of the 7. And other than that, you are left alone the entire time. And nobody can bother you unless, you've made an appointment. So at dinner, you get to interact with the other artists that are there. And it's a lot of writers and visual artists and some scientists, and they've added culinary arts now too. But so basically, you're in this. It's on 500 acres of land in the North Georgia mountains, right on the border of North Carolina and Georgia. In fact, one of my favorite hikes up there is to go and stand with one foot in Georgia, where I now live, and one foot in North Carolina, where I grew up. Um, but yeah, it's like every day I would go for a walk, and the rhythm of walking is musical, and then I would be working on something. Maybe I would go up with some ideas, or sometimes I would go up just exhausted from all the work I'd been doing and think, well, maybe I'm just here to kind of rest and recuperate. But by the end of the first week, usually things would start happening. And this one, though, was written really, it's kind of almost like a commission because it was for the Folk Alliance celebration of Pete's 88th birthday. And I just, I just knew I couldn't do any of the, really well-known songs. I don't know what to say more than that, David, actually, because there is this like magical thing that happens when songs appear.
Well,
And
you touched on a few things that I've been writing songs for a long time, and I still feel like I'm somewhere on, a continuum, not at the beginning, not at the end. But for those of you among us who maybe you've never written a song before, Elise just really laid out how beautifully inherent it is, even if you've never done something like this before, like taking a walk in nature or saying the words, in this case, Pete Seeger's words, out loud when you're taking a walk in nature. And then you discover where the voice goes up, where the voice goes down. And then it could actually start turning into notes or intervals. And when you have lyrics and a melody, that is a song. It doesn't have to have all the other bells and whistles. So I like to take my words for a walk in the woods sometimes, just as you described. Now, my nervousness, my city boy background would be nervous about going to some. How long were you there, did you say? How long would you go for?
you can go anywhere between 2 and 8 weeks, but there's also what's called fill-in weeks. So if you live close enough, sometimes if there's a cancellation, you get a fill-in week, which is literally only 5 days because you go up on a Tuesday and you return on Sunday. And I have to say, I've been on a couple fill-in weeks and they're wonderful, but I generally, when I go up for 2 or sometimes 3 weeks, it takes a whole week to arrive because, life and I do live, in the city in my little farmette in Pine Lake, but I basically have this, um, life that's very full, and I teach, I work with my students, and I work in my garden and do all this stuff, and things are going. And so it takes a while to settle into that place where I'm open enough to receive what's coming in those walks.
So if you say you have 4 weeks there, you can allow yourself a week to get settled in. For me, the city boy, the guy on schedules, I'm getting there for my week and I'm going, okay, 5 days in countdown. Okay, I've only got 4 days left, only got 3 days left. And I put so much pressure on myself to produce something that it's not, that free flow that I would look for in a retreat. The paradox is, can I allow myself to retreat even for an afternoon, and not think I should be getting something else done? So how do you get around that?
Well, I mean, I think there is knowing how much time you have. Because when I've been on the fill-in weeks, when it's just 5 days, I wrote a song. I had this idea for a song. It's in French, and it's called Ma Roulotte, and it's about traveling in a roulotte is like a little trailer, or it's actually a gypsy caravan. And I wanted to write a French a musette song. And I was like literally writing in the car on the way up. So I knew I only had 5 days. I'm like, and it has like a lot of verses and a lot of French words. And and then I actually wrote another song that's super wordy in that little 5 day period. So I think we tailor our creativity to the time we have if we know that we have a certain amount of time. Isn't that crazy? I mean, there are people I know, like Bobby McFerrin. He spends, I don't know if it's 2 or 4 hours every morning improvising and working on music. And there are many songwriters that spend, a bunch of time every day. And I'm not that disciplined. I just don't do that. I'm noticing the time, and I'm noticing that I have a special guest who needs to leave really soon. So if you don't mind, Mick, Mick, who many of you have met already in Daily Antidote, is going to come and play the banjo, because this song obviously needs a banjo. So everybody, Mick Kinney is going to join us, and we're going to do the song again.
With the 1961 Pete Seeger long neck banjo. You can't even fit it all on the video. There you go.
I can switch the camera just a little bit. Even more. There we go. Even more. All right. Let's start with the chorus, just because get all your harmonies in. Here we go. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. All right. But bankrupt is the nation, spends its treasure on war. Yet equal education it cannot afford, where teachers can no longer do their best, all their time spent teaching to the test. But blessed be the nation, and blessed be the prize, when citizens of any shape or size can speak their mind for whatever the reason, without being jailed or accused of treason. Here we go. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. But hungry is the nation whose motive is greed, whose citizens grab more than they need, who suck the riches from the earth, their only interest what they are worth. that keeps its waters clean, where an end to pollution is not just a dream, where factories don't blow poisonous smoke, and we can breathe air without having to. Blessed be the nation. Blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. Oh, blessed be the nation. Do you want to play one? Banjo on the Pete Seeger banjo, yes. Long neck. It's so long it doesn't fit on the Zoom screen.
How great to see and hear a banjo on that song. It just feels like the universe is right in that moment.
Absolutely needed that.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, I know.
I loved seeing the curly tops doing all the layers. I don't know how many of you have yes, and Pete and Janet and Christiana and Bob and all of you who have more than one person there singing with all the layers. And one of these days when we're on the daily Antidote journey in the buses and the boats and the trains and whatever, we'll all be singing in a million layers. So thanks, David.
Yes, there has been talk of a DAS in-person camp. Won't that be a great day, one fine day? Elise, you never cease to amaze, with your knowledge, your heart, your music. It's great. What an honor for us, and what a boost I have for my immune system feels stronger for some reason right now.
Yeah. Hey, David, I think you're going to be sharing a song this week.
I have a song coming up on Wednesday, and I've got one picked out for Earth Day called Crazy Old World, but like things are rumbling in the world right now, and I'm working on something else, so I'm gonna maybe flip a coin that day. And as I understand it, Kathy Bullock is gonna rein me in, So I think she's hosting that day, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but singing will be sung.
Absolutely. And
I
I'm
look forward.
hosting Magpie this coming Saturday and
Oh,
Sally Rogers next Monday. So I'm looking forward to being with y'all a bunch.
this is like a hall of fame of musicians. I mean, come on, I know
With
they're all doing it for the money. So that said, I just want to thank you again. I want to thank Anna for doing great tech support. I see you down there, Anna. Is there anything else we need to touch base? What else coming up for you, Elise, before we say goodbye to everybody?
I don't think so.
Nothing coming up. Okay, and I assume I'm guessing Anna put your website in the chat so people can find you and follow you and continue to follow your amazing work. Thank you, Elise. It's been a pleasure and an honor always. And good to see you, Annette. Thanks for joining us today. Arlene and Brian, Deli, Jenny, Becky, Pauline, Anne, Kathy, Sheila, Susan G, Sherry, Carolyn, Idaho, Curly Tops, Sarah Page, Gary, nice to see you again, Ruth, let's see, Pete and Janet, Christiana and Bob, Amanda and Miles, love that little guitar, Lynn and Victoria, my page just hiccuped, Luda in Victoria, there we go, Wendy in Rochester, Wendy Quarles, Cricket, Beth Lyons, thanks again for coming, and same to Ralph and Nancy and Kathy and Cheyenne. Storm, always a pleasure. Phil, we shall meet one day. Jamie, same thing. Dan, thank you, Dan. Susan, Hoda, Mabel and Bears, hi Mabel. Diane, Kat, Nancy, Don and Curly Top, Ellen, Bob, coming in from the iPhone. Kevin, of course, always a pleasure. Saw you, Anna. Love to see you again. LMG, Aloysius, Lisa, Carol in Connecticut, and Linda off screen, Harriet, Susan, Tacoma. A lot of numbers and letters. Over to screen two. It makes me easy to find where I left off. Let's see. Yep. Jane G, Sandy E in North Carolina, Elisa's home state, Bob in Albany, Amos, hi Amos, and Loriana. Did I get everybody? If I didn't, wave madly or wave joyously. I want to thank you all so much for supporting this amazing program. Who doesn't have 35 minutes in a day for the daily antidote of song? It's the best vaccination this world ever saw. So thanks again. The DAS will reconvene tomorrow at 12 Eastern Time, and I will see some of you on Wednesday for who knows what. I'm kind of interested to see what happens myself. So many blessings, and that's it for now. So thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, David. Another big goodbye. Bye, Elise. And a big wave bye to Facebook. See you later, everybody. Till